Next up, we're going to be checking out What is Uma Musume, Its Peak by Haven. I only know that the horse girls are in every feed I have right now. And I don't mean that as, there's horse girl off-brand, which in its own right is what? But also because it's literally meme fodder everywhere about someone named Goldship. Yeah, that's all I got. I have no idea what's going on. I've heard memes that it's related to the Yakuza. I don't know if that's true or not. But we're going to find out. So let's see where this goes. And by goes, it's probably insanity.
Popular multimedia franchise that took real-life horse racing history. There is a popular multimedia franchise that took real-life horse racing history and turned them into anime horse.
So it's not just based on the horse, it's actually historical events too.
Girls. They go to school, compete in exciting races, and perform idol concerts to thank everyone who supports their dreams. And it's...
Yeah, Japanese game, idol concert, makes sense. Although for some reason, every time I hear about singing horses, I keep thinking it... Wasn't there a show about a talking horse? Maybe just misremembering things.
One of the greatest franchises I've ever seen.
Really?
That sounds crazy, and believe me, I've been there. But how did this series come so far? What makes
That's
it so
a lot of
great,
different animation
and
styles.
Where does a newcomer even begin?
How many? Wait, there's Derby starting. I don't even know what that says. Don't even know what that is. So this is actually a developed franchise, not just a new thing. Mr. Ed the Talking Horse, Aaron? That would do it.
We'll get there. But
how
first,
old is this franchise?
What is Uma Musume? The premise of the series is simple. Uma Musume inherit the names of real-life Japanese horse racing legends and live out their racing careers faithful to how they performed in real life. Sometimes their lives were glorious.
So it's only explicitly Japanese horse racing, which means that if they ever want to branch out, they could literally buy rights to use some of the names of American horses. Oh god, they might actually get a Seabiscuit in there. I mean, it's money, they do it.
Glorious, and sometimes they were tragic. But nonetheless, they'll try their best to achieve their dreams and become the best Uma Musume they can be. The way to become a great Uma Musume is to win the most competitive races Japan has to offer. In horse racing, events are categorized by their level of prestige, historical significance, and quality of competition. These levels range from the lower maiden races to the highest level, a G1 race.
And again, it's probably heavily based on the Japanese horse racing scene, not the American scene. So we're not going to see anything about the Triple Crown or the Kentucky Derbies then. Unless there were horses that just happened to do both of them.
It's almost every Uma Musume's dream to win a G1 and make their mark on history. And outside of a few instances in season 1 of the anime, all of the races are accurate to what happened in real life.
Oh.
The dominant victory.
Wait, what? So they're actually recontextualizing real events. I heard they did it. I thought the characters were just based on them. I didn't realize they're actually doing essentially gajinkified retellings of history. Oh, that's actually kind of fascinating because usually when you do this, it's here's what we're based on. And now we're going to do random bullshit. I'm assuming it's only the actual outcomes of the races that they're going with there. So they can pull as many bullshit things as they want as long as it actually happened in real life. Huh. Just to clarify, because this is Japan, they didn't make the horses actually sing and dance, did they? Because I know horse dancing is a thing. I use that word lightly, but yeah, dressage.
Is the shocking upsets and the incredible runs celebrated throughout history. There's no power, friendship, or anime magic that determines these results, which makes these races feel all the more intense and gripping to watch. When this horse was on a losing streak, how did they work through it? When that horse got injured, how did that impact their mindset?
Well, usually when it's a horse with a leg injury, there's a solution that's very final. Something about Glue Factory.
The writers will even look into the owners and jobs.
Also, according to Quantum Fang, yeah, the horses were protected from R34 by the Yakuza. Protected should be in air quotes there because the internet.
Of these horses to enhance the stories they're trying to tell. If you've competed in or struggled for anything, the way these characters fight to achieve their goals will resonate with you. And even if you haven't, when you see someone try their hardest, you'll want to see their efforts bear fruit. Those ambitions and struggles are make these characters feel human. It's what makes these Uma, you know, Musume.
Oh, it's literally horse girl. And according to chat, yeah, it is. And X, being said it's Win or glue. Oh my god. And Luna, you could spoil this by checking out Wikipedia. Oddly enough, that kind of makes it better for me. Just because oftentimes reality is way more insane than anything you could ever get in fiction. Because in fiction, it needs to make sense. In reality, it won't. Not that it can't, that it won't make sense. And it's just us implying some kind of sensible narrative on top of it that we understand whatever's going on. The more you learn to write fiction, the more you realize people are lying their asses off when they say they understand what's going on.
I should have worded that better.
It's what makes these, Musume Haven 2025. Quotes to live by.
However, these characters go far beyond just
the animation looks good,
everything
though.
From their personalities to their designs and even their character arcs and relationships are molded by the history of their real-life counterparts. It all goes a long way in making these characters and their stories endearing and easy to get invested in. From Tokai Teo's struggle to overcome her obstacles and achieve the greatness she feels was cruelly taken away from her, to Jungle Pocket's grit and determination to prove she can stand among the greats of the racing world.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest there. That is really good animation. I'm actually really surprised about that one. Holy shit. Normally when you get animation and they do angry faces, they don't look angry. It's more like, I'm scowling, but I'm still mostly looking cute here. This one is, I look like a fucking insane monster, and it's actually kind of badass. Dude.
Grit and determination to prove she can stand among the greats of the racing world, to Haru Urara's unbeatable never give up attitude.
113 races, 0 wins. Brought in thousands of fans, saved her local race course. The shining star of losers everywhere. Has a great documentary. There's an actual documentary about the horse? Actually, that makes perfect sense. Huh. Also, being told, according to Shadowcat, anime Goldship is somehow more tamed than IRL one? Oh. Oh, that's moderately terrifying.
Maybe unbeatable is the wrong word. While racing is a core component of the series, it's the drama and emotions that the characters must face that make them truly unforgettable. But I'd be remiss not to highlight the idol aspect of the series.
Yeah.
After the races, the best performing characters will be given the chance to perform an idol concert called a Winning Live.
Seriously? Yeah, it's a Japanese game. That makes perfect sense. This is just me. I could be wrong about this, but is it just me, or is Japan kind of obsessed with idols? I know, that's a very crazy hot take. I'm just waiting for someone to actually wonder if I know what the hell I'm talking about. The answer is never.
Way to celebrate and thank their fans. The discography this series has built up over the years is incredible.
There are many more albums than just these. Oh, so this is like Arknights, where it's a music company masquerading as something else. Got it.
Incredible. And the production value of the Winning Lives is unbelievable. Most of the idol content is found in the mobile gacha game, but there are also...
Does that depend on who wins game races, or the actual races based on history?
Live events where the voice actresses sing and perform as well. This series puts out banger after banger, and even if the idol part isn't your thing, I urge you to listen to some of the songs. As someone who has never been interested in idol anime, I'm now at the gym lifting weights while listening to Miss Victoria.
I have no idea what song that is. I'm not going to look it up on stream.
Over 100 unique Uma Musume, and slowly but surely their stories are
How many horse races are there?
Whether it's Goldship's chaotic yet hilarious tendencies, the timid rice shower who must overcome the crowd praying for her downfall, or TM Opera O's charisma and sheer dominance, there's a lot of variety to be found within this massive cast. There are so many unique designs, personalities, and relationship dynamics that there's bound to be at least one character that resonates with you. And if not now, plenty of new characters get revealed
There's
each
more?
and every
Of course,
year.
there's more. There's
And
plenty
the
of horses.
speculation and excitement whenever a new Uma Musume gets added to the series isn't that far off from the hype of a Smash reveal.
Hungry Box, I'm gonna become an Uma Musume. Shut up, you would never. I'm assuming it's the same horse?
Through the games, the animes, or the mangas, the creators over at Cygames are trying to face...
Okay, sorry, I love speed lines whenever they're done really well and the facial expressions are not distorted. This actually looks good. Am I gonna have to check this out? Oh shit, I might actually have to check this out.
Faithfully recapture the excitement, the heartbreak, the rivalries, and the miracles that millions have experienced throughout the history of horse racing. And goddamn, did they succeed.
Damn.
However, you don't need to know any of this stuff to enjoy Uma Musume. Sure, I'd love to tell you about cool facts like how Teo was written to look up to Rudolph because in real life, Teo is Rudolph's child.
Oh!
Goldship is an unpredictable beast because that's how Goldship was in real life. And just how much detail goes into making this series what it is.
This is a joke scene. They have absolutely no right to make that food actually look that good. Okay, you know, I wasn't expecting this to be the video to remind me, hey, you actually had breakfast today. That is not going to help you right now because it's doing it, and I was not expecting that.
But while the trivia is incredible...
Trivia sheet, moving it, don't take it. There's an entire trivia sheet? There's an entire trivia sheet people made up just for all the horses' intro information. Okay. Yeah. And Martin, don't forget the anime is a gotcha ad. At this point, I'm wondering if the gotcha is an idol ad. I honestly don't know which way it's going on this one.
And I'd encourage anyone to look into their favorite characters. You don't need to know the history to love this series. At its most bare-bone level, Uma Musume is an engaging sports drama with stellar animation and amazing characters that are all based on real life. Basketball fans have LeBron, soccer fans have Messi. Me? I have Oguri Cap. But with so many options to choose from, what is the best way for a newcomer to get into Uma?
How many series are there? I'll be honest, I knew going in that there was a new game. And I think I heard of an anime. And then we got into a little bit more. And it's like, oh, so apparently this is a long-running series. And then there's just all of this. I'm not even sure that's everything he's putting up there. Oh my god. Shut up, man. I'm going to link to the videos in the description. When the videos go out for everyone after the live recording, when they're live, they're not added in because what we actually get to changes frequently. But whenever it's actually out for everyone to view, yeah, the links will be there.
Musume. That would have to be the anime. For the major Uma Musume
Which one,
animes,
apparently?
there are 3 main seasons, a 4-episode ONA, a movie, and most recently, the Cinderella Grey anime adaptation.
Cinderella Grey. I'm assuming that's one of the horses. And the crazy facial expressions are over here, and that's the one that's a movie. Okay. I have no idea what's going on, but that looks cool.
For the most part, you can watch the animes in whatever order you please.
That being said, I wouldn't recommend starting with Season 3 nor the movie. Or Series 3, probably.
The season continuity is pretty loose, as each anime focuses on a different era.
1987 to 19... Wait, so the newest thing is the oldest? Oh. So they're in whatever order they happen to get to it. Some feature snippets of races outside of the era. Oh.
Era of horse racing and a different main cast as a result. But if I were to recommend a place for newcomers to start, there are 3 different candidates I have in mind, and none of them are Season 1.
Oh?
While Season 1 is filled with a lot of heart, it's pretty easy to tell that it's a bit experimental with its ideas. Some characters don't get the spotlight they deserve, some race results aren't historically accurate, and ultimately the show struggles to find its identity. Furthermore, its final episode includes heavy spoilers for Season 2, which is arguably the peak of the entire series thus far.
Really?
However, I do love how it explores the captivating what-ifs of the era while trying to maintain a fun, lighthearted tone. But as a first impression of the series, I think there are better options. My first recommendation would be Uma Musume Road to the Top.
What is
It's
that?
a 4-episode ONA that follows 3 protagonists.
Oh.
The cheerful and heart...
Wait, only 4 episodes? Also, why is it called ONA? I thought it was OVA. It's probably net instead of video. Yeah, that would do it. I'm just showing my age, aren't I? And this actually predates Honkai. I mean, Honkai is actually... A lot of MiHoYo only started, what, 15 years ago? I think it was around 2010 where they started making games. I could be very mistaken about this.
Hardworking Narita Top Road, the talented yet guilt-ridden Admire Vega, and the charismatic scene stealer TM Opera O. This is the first anime produced by the team over at Side Games Productions, and they're responsible for some of the best animated scenes the series has to offer. So
this is an anime explicitly made by the Gacha company. Because I know Side Games because they're one of the earliest heavy producers of Gacha games. But they actually did a full-on anime, not just parts of it. Oh.
Top is the shortest of the major Uma animes. It also serves as a great way to show newcomers what the series is all about without having to commit to a 13-episode anime. The races are energetic.
Everything he just said about the standard anime commitment of 13 episodes hurts me on a physical level. I'm old enough where I remember 26 episodes considered a single season. And the fact that that's not the case anymore just kind of depresses me. Yeah.
The animation is incredible, the character beats are emotional, and despite its short runtime, Road to the Top knocks it out of the park juggling its 3 characters as they compete against one another in 1999. It even serves as a loose prequel to the movie, so if you're interested in giving that...
So it's a prequel to a movie based on... Oh, that's actually kind of fascinating. So you have more content when you get through the small, short part of it. Also, historic events in 1999. Historic. Don't mind me, I'm just going to go old in the corner over there.
To watch, Road to the Top is an absolute must. My second recommendation would be Cinderella Grey. The anime adaptation of the manga of the same name, it follows the story of Oguri Cap, an Uma Musume from the countryside with insane potential and an even more insane appetite.
God damn. They put in actual work on this because that's supposed to be a joke amount, but it actually looks good. I recognize the fried fish right there. That why do I actually look at that and get hungry? I should not, but it does look good.
With the support of her trainer Kitahara Joe and her best friend Bell No Light, Oguri Cap is given the opportunity to race and put the monstrous strength she possesses on full display.
Damn.
Cinderella Grey takes a more shonen approach compared to other Uma Musume media, elevating the action, grit, and...
Dude. Sorry, I know I've been talking about how good the animation is, but they're actually putting in individual sweat drops on here. Like, it's mostly static, but they're... Now you can see they're dropping in and out, but that's actually a lot more than I expected, and they're putting in a lot more detail than a lot of animes do now. Granted, I think this was a newer one, so maybe... No, newer ones don't usually have as much detail because it's easier not to. They're putting in work on this, man.
And determination to new heights. But it also takes the opportunity to explore the personal relationships of Uma Musume and their trainers in an endearing way that the other animes haven't been able to match. And deeper into the fan-translated manga, it's even able to create character arcs for Uma Musume from outside of Japan, including my favorite characters in the entire franchise. Cinderella Grey goes above...
So they actually did do horse racing outside of Japan. I'm honestly wondering if this new gacha game does well enough, if they will start branching out into the American horse racing scene, because I don't follow horse racing. I don't care about horse racing. Even I know about the Kentucky Derby, the Triple Crown, and some of the various crazy shit going on around that. Or how mint juleps are now incredibly rare to actually find legitimate ones because the actual making of some of the process for it, I think the actual julep part, the alcohol used in it, takes so long to make that there's been more demand than they can meet, so it's incredibly rare now. But there's plenty of knockoffs. They're honestly just as good, but not the official ones. Yeah, random trivia I have. Who'd have thought?
And beyond, and delivering an electrifying narrative with the best side cast and some of the most exciting storylines ever highlighted in Uma Musume. And speaking of the manga, just look at the art. How do you take characters that look like this and turn them into some of the coolest characters ever?
Holy shit, that's this horse girl game? I've seen this middle one without the ears being shown, but like more zoomed in. I thought that was like some kind of battle shonen anime that just went really hard. I didn't realize it was freaking horse girls. My wife is in the other room, and she's just hearing me shout horse girls this entire time. I'm going to have so many questions I need to answer later.
You'd think a series about running would struggle to adjust to the drawn styles of manga, but it's actually the opposite. Cinderella Grey takes advantage of the medium. What can only be done in manga form to heighten the anxiety, drama, and raw energy
it's always the eyes, man.
Race to places not many animated scenes have been able to match. Give the anime...
Well, I wouldn't say it's that they couldn't match it. It's that they will never give the people doing animation the budget or time to do it before they, the gun to the back of every single one of their heads goes off. I'm well aware that while I'm making a joke, I will not be surprised in the slightest if I then find a news article saying exactly what I just said, but in reality.
A shot. And once you're done, you can either wait for the next part to be animated or jump into the manga. If you ask me, the Cinderella Grey manga is the best Uma Musume media ever made.
Dude.
But there's one more recommendation I have that's right behind it in my book. Season 2 follows Tokai Teo on her journey to become an undefeated Triple Crown Uma Musume. A feat
Wait,
that
Triple Crown? That would be... Wait, are the people using that name outside of America, or is it just America?
hasn't been accomplished since the legendary Symboli Rudolph. If Season 1 is about making your dreams come true, then Season 2 is about overcoming adversity and the struggles that life throws at you. It culminates in an emotional roller coaster where you can't help but fall in love with these characters as they try their best despite the odds. Season 2 is when the Uma Musume anime found its identity. From the engaging friendship and rivalry of Teo and McQueen, to the lovable supporting cast.
Oh, see, I've seen so many jokes about McQueen and then just showing the cars. McQueen, Lightning McQueen. I didn't know what the actual character looked like until right now. I didn't know that's who they're referring to. I literally have only ever seen her as a meme, as a car. Oh my god.
From the engaging friendship and rivalry of Teo and McQueen, to the lovable supporting cast to leave a meaningful impact on the show, to highlighting some of the greatest characters this series has ever written. If someone gave me one chance to
Random
sell
girl
them
with a
on
horse
Musume,
sword.
I'd pick Season 2 every day of the week. Give it a chance, you won't regret it. In my opinion, these three are the best places for a newcomer to start with Uma.
Where to watch officially? Wait, Road to the Top is on YouTube? ONA, online, or original net animation. Cinderella Grey, also on YouTube. Wait, you can officially watch these on YouTube? Sorry, I'm only catching up now, even though I literally just said this out loud, and it's kind of weird. Huh. Go YouTube. Probably only subbed instead of dubbed, though. Season 2 on Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Musume.
Probably
And
not gonna
once you've
watch
watched one of them, where you go next is entirely up to you. But these are just my recommendations. If you want to start with Season 1 or anywhere else, feel free to do so. What's most important is that you give this series a chance. But with the major animes out of the way, it's time we talk about the main moneymaker of this franchise, the mobile.
The mobile? Honestly, is the mobile making as much, or is it still just the media? Because for the longest time, it was always what you use a game to sell that was making money. And I've heard this game is not nearly as predatory as a lot of other gacha games. Although that bar is so incredibly low, I don't actually know if it technically counts.
Mobile game. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is a mobile gacha game where you train your horse girls to raise their stats and win races.
This is probably the new one that's been translated.
As well as for support cards that can improve their training.
Oh.
As their trainer, it's up to you to guide these characters through their careers, choosing how to best allocate their limited time between races. It's a pretty fun.
I'm gonna be honest, it looks like such an old school 2010s era mobile game. I know it only just got translated as in America now, but it looks, especially with the vertical format, like a much older game.
Training simulator filled with a ton of personality. You'll build a strong bond with these characters as you try to help them achieve their dreams, and that attachment never truly fades away. There are a number of main story scenarios to experience, and each playable character comes with their own unique story as well. You can also create your own custom winning life performances with the Uma Musume that you pull, and it's an absolute joy. It's fun to see which voices harmonize the best, and being able to see your favorites kill it on stage.
Wait, you actually have various audio aspects you add together? That is either a really innovative feature, or you're going to get some really cursed shit. And honestly, it really depends on how much they, how to put it, decide to playtest the audio work. I'm not even sure that's the right word for it. That could be interesting.
Is incredible. However, for the longest time, the gacha was only available in select regions of Asia and their respective languages. As a result, if you're an English-speaking fan and wanted to experience these stories, it wasn't easy. There are many dedicated fan translators out there who do an amazing job of making these stories more accessible, as well as those working to patch parts of the game to be readable in English. But after all of these years, the Uma Musume gacha is finally available to download and play in English. If you want to learn more about how to play the gacha, I've linked a few resources in the description.
I've heard good things about it, but also I don't want to get sucked into another gacha. Wait, why does some of the manga say sometimes lost media should stay lost? What is he blocking out that's so horrible he doesn't want to even show it?
Believe it or not, there are still more places to enjoy Uma Musume.
What?
There are the chibi comedy animes Umayon and Umayuru. There's the Star Blossom manga focusing on the story of Sakura Laurel, and even a whole YouTube channel where the voice actors play games together. I'd recommend checking out the—
Wait, there's a channel just for the voice actors? It does seem more like it's an idol company that, if it had started later, would have just been a VTube studio for the horses. Huh. I'm not even sure that's a joke. It actually makes like a good amount of sense doing that.
Uma Musume Wiki to learn more, but the last thing I want to highlight is Uma Musume
What?
Pretty Derby Party Dash.
What?
Similar to Mario Party, it's a collection of mini games where you get to create teams of
Oh,
some of your
no.
favorite characters and compete against your friends.
If it's anything like Mario Party, it results in someone forming a lifelong grudge that they will remember for the entirety of their existence.
The pixel art is fantastic, the strategy can be surprisingly deep, there's a roguelike gold chip side game, and charming story modes.
What?
However, it's mostly just 4 minigames packed into one game.
Huh.
So if you're interested in playing it,
So,
wait
yeah,
for it to
Mario
go
Party.
on sale. But the fun is undeniable
70% off is a nice change, though.
and infectious. There was
They
even a
performed
tournament held for it
Hololive?
that I went
Yeah,
to,
that makes
and
sense.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Haven has both balls. Let's get. Oh! But he pops the super.
What are we looking at?
In the last second.
Debuffs on them.
10 seconds on the clock. Machikari Fuku Kitaru special week. Machikari Fuku Kitaru special week. Machikari Fuku Kitaru.
Big special week has more stuff. The
Special week.
The special week.
No,
I have absolutely no idea what I'm watching right now. It looks like dodgeball and feeding people.
we still got iframes on.
Also, I'm being told, according to chat, Ruben mentioned Gold Chip is one of the old VTubers. Oh, so they actually hired VTubers to do some of the audio work. That actually makes perfect sense.
Pick up, run away. No perfect parry. The catch. Woo! Oh! Did you see that? Did you see the double? The ricochet shot.
There's even a fun speedrun for it that I highly encourage anyone to give a try if it interests you.
My goat, same Baga, and an American got first on PC. At 22 minutes, how do you speedrun a multiplayer game? That just seems like it's doing it wrong at that point.
Please play this game.
This is a
There's
cry for
never
help.
been a better time to get into Uma Musume. With each year, the roster expands, the production levels increase, more amazing stories get told, and it's the best. Cygames loves to feed Uma Musume
That is a
fans
lot of food.
time and time again, and their reach only continues to expand.
Damn.
It's truly the beginning of a new era for the series. But where are the best places to stay updated with what comes next with Uma Musume? While of course there are the official Twitter accounts to let you know about announcements and their live streams, there was
Yeah, people on Twitter. That's funny.
also the recent creation of the official Uma Musume English Discord. I'd also recommend the unofficial Discord filled with many hardworking fans who supported the English community for so long, as
Oh.
well as the Uma Musume wiki they managed that I mentioned earlier.
Wait, they actually manage their own wiki? Sorry, I'm used to most games, if they have a wiki, it's completely fan done and they don't do an official one because it doesn't make them money directly. The fact that they're actually managing itself means they're definitely raking in more money than I realized. I have no idea how much the gacha or the videos or the games are making, but apparently it's enough.
You can find the links in the description.
Dang.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I can only hope that this video was able to help newcomers learn more about this amazing series.
I don't
and
know
where to
any of these
start.
characters. Are.
Please let me know your thoughts.
But I
and
kinda
tell me
wanna
about your
find
favorite
out now.
characters in the comments. I'd love to hear it. With that being said, thank you all so much once more, and take care.
Okay, you know what? I thought this would be an intro to find out what the hell it is I'm missing, and I kind of want to check it out now. I'm not sure I get into the gacha game because, personal opinion, I can't stand vertical games. Personal opinion, I don't know why it's like that. Something about them sets me off. I can't do it. Although it might be something due to the one time I tried to do a stream about a vertical game and the actual setup was so annoying I couldn't stand it. That very well might be the case. Sheer and utter rage. But maybe not, I don't know. But this seems really well done and fascinating and cool and engaging in a way that I'm not used to. Also, what is with my hair right now? And whatever. I need a haircut. So, all of this is way more engaging and apparently bigger and in way more in depth than I actually thought of for the entire time. I didn't realize it was an old franchise. But the fact that they're actually going back and pulling out old stories of characters from the, well, previous century and characters instead of actual horses is just its own weird right there. I kind of want to figure out more about this. So if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And if you don't mind, I'm going to consider maybe going to engage with horse girls. That is probably not the right way to phrase that. It's a good thing my wife isn't really just right next to me, maybe within the next 10 feet. This would be really awkward to explain to her later. Yeah. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.